Hey guys, today we're going to be breaking down the Zenkai for Saiyan Saga Blue Goku, and then of course we have the new unique equipment for Purple UI Goku after this as well. So let's start with this. I always forget to pull up the original kit of the character, so let me quickly get this guy pulled up here. This guy came out actually alongside both LF Piccolo and LF First Form Frieza. On a dual LF banner. That was the first ever dual LF banner to release, which is obviously a format they've revisited multiple times. All right, so let's take a look here. This guy is a support character, but he is more of a strike-based character. Let's go ahead and do max stats. Remember, we have to subtract 13,000 for the arts boost, so he's at about 265 strike and about 257 blast, which is not the greatest for a Zenkai unit. It's what we would expect to see from like a normal summonable unit these days. Defense though looks pretty good. What is that, like 195 strike and then 193 blast? That's pretty damn good actually for just a normal Zenkai character, 1% Zenkai character. I'll take that for sure. With him being a support character, and I assume his role is mainly going to be as a support character, I'll definitely take that. All right, so let's take a look and see. These are normal. All right, so the blue card is just the Kamehameha, major impact damage. So before Zenkai, all this did was destroyed 2 enemy cards on hit. Now it's going to give 30% special move damage, destroys all enemy cards, and then it also now inflicts all enemies with 15% damage received for 10 counts. That's pretty good. I'll take that. It's a sizable buff on there. All right, the green card is a stop time. Restores own health by 15%, activates 3 times. It used to activate once, now it's 3 times, okay. Restores own ki by 30, which it did not do beforehand. 30% damage inflicted for 20 counts. That goes up from 20% damage. Shortens ally subcount by 2, that's the same. And then cancel allies attribute downgrades and conditions, that is new. Which could be pretty good. I mean, I don't really think that's anything too insane, but... I feel like they could have made the heal team-wide, right? I mean, that could have been a team heal 15% if they're only going to limit it to 3 times. I feel like they could have made that a team heal. That's whatever. All right, the ultimate is the bending Kamehameha. So the ultimate actually only did major damage, and then it also restores ally health by 20% and ki by 50 prior to Zenkai. So now it does massive. It has the same effect there with the healing and the ki. -1 arts card draw speed level for 15 counts to enemy, which, again, I will continue to say this. Whenever you have card draw speed reduction, it should be to all enemies. It is significantly worse if it's only to the current enemy, because the current enemy can just switch. So, all right. And then it has blast armor, which it did not have. So, sure, we'll take that. All right, main ability, draws a arts card, bending Kamehameha, and then prior to Zenkai, all this did was give 20% damage to allies for 20 counts. So now, he's going to get 30 ki, no healing on this. I guess the reason why they didn't want to give healing on this is because he already does heal, technically, with the ultimate landing. I feel like they could have at least given, like, 10% HP on this. I do like the fact that the ultimate heals when it lands, but the thing is with main abilities, a lot of times you end up popping them, if nothing else, just to heal up a little bit. So even like 10% HP would have been nice on this. Oh, he gets covered all for 15 counts on this. Interesting. That's pretty good. 20% damage by allies, 20 counts. That's the only thing that's the same on this. And then shorten ally subcount by 2. Okay. Just 2. All right. All right. Z ability is pretty good. Saiyan or Saiyan Saga Z strike attack and defense. Okay. So Zenkai ability, we have 3 options here. We have Saiyan, which would be insane if they gave him Saiyan. We have Sun Family, which I probably think is the most likely here. Blue Sun Family Z ability. And then we have Blue Saiyan Saga. You guys excited for this? I think the most likely outcome here is Blue Sun Family, but like I know I'm gonna click on this and it's gonna say Blue Saiyan Saga. I know it. And it's because they always mess up these Zenkai abilities. It's every single time we get like an episode campaign Zenkai character, it feels like outside of LF Zenkais, they almost always mess up these Zenkai abilities. All right, let's see. Yeah, it is Saiyan Saga. All right, dude, get the hell out of here. Applies the following effects to enemy to self when battle starts. 90% damage, 60% reduced damage received. It's hard to really even like say what changes with this guy's kit compared to what it was before his Zenkai. I think this guy had 0% reduced damage received prior to this, because this guy's pretty old. But yeah, obviously that's pretty good. 60% reduced damage. Remember, he has over 190k to both defenses. He has card draw speed baseline. Enters the battlefield. He gets a guaranteed green card. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Guaranteed green card, 20 key, 50% strike damage, 50% key recovery, and then inflicts all enemies with 1 sub count. 1 sub count. You know why that's good? That basically acts as cover null for 1 card, is what that is. I'll actually take that. That's not bad. It allows you to be able to just like do whatever you want for 1 card in the middle of a combo if you switch into this guy. That's not bad. I'll take that. Because what this allows you to do is this allows you to more easily get the team heal off with the ultimate. Because you can hit somebody with this guy. Like let's say you're in the middle of a combo against the opponent. You can switch into this Goku, combo a strike card, and then pop the main and just ult the opponent if you want to get the heal off. So I'll take that, actually. It's not bad. Also applies the following effects to self if an episode Saiyan Saga Z or Saiyan, other than this character as a battle member, 50% blast damage inflicted, and then 30% to vanishing gauge recovery for 10 counts. All right, so he's basically getting 50% more damage. He's going to be at 140k or 140% damage inflicted there. All right. Second unique ability applies the following effects to enemy after enemy attack is over. Reduce key by 20, 20% damage received. So that's like if they tap attack you or something like that, they get affected by that. Following effects occur when this character switches to standby. Draws 1 new card, moving 3 or fewer cards. Shortens own subcount by 1. 20% damage inflicted by allies up to 40% cannot be canceled. I believe he had that already. No, he actually didn't. Oh, no, he did, but it was... Okay, so no, I see what it is. He did have this, but it was 10%, which means you would have had to switch 4 times. So they just reduced the amount of times you had to switch by 2, which is really good. But that's going to affect him too, right? So if you have the full support active from this Goku, that's 40%, that's 50%. He's going to be at like 180% damage inflicted there, okay. Next, following effects occur every time the enemy uses an arts card while this character's in the battlefield. Result health by 3%, activates 10 times. That's pretty good. That's like Super 17's ability, but this is limited to 10 times. Honestly, they should have just made this unlimited times. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus $5 arts costs. That's actually pretty good. I actually don't remember who. We got a character recently that like has a similar effect to this, where they're causing the opponent to like stack arts cost increases. I think it was another Zenkai character that had this. I don't remember who exactly it was though. Applies the following effects to enemy if owner remaining health is 50% or below when hit by an enemy strike, blast, special move, ultimate, or awakened attack. Reduce key by 30 to destroy all cards. Huh. I think the way this works is it's going to be similar to that 4th anniversary blue Vegeta. The Vegeta that transforms from Super Saiyan to blue. It looks like it's pretty much the exact same effect, except instead of reducing key by 100, he's reducing key by 30. This should be good enough, I think. But I think if they're going to do this, they should have had him destroy 100 key. I don't... Like, destroying the entire hand is probably good enough in a lot of instances. But we exist in a meta where this activates, and a lot of times the opponent will probably just be able to switch into another character and continue the combo. So I think they probably should have just given this reduced key by 100 if they really wanted this to be like effective at all times, but I mean, this is still going to be pretty good, so I'll take this. Falling effects occur when enemy activates the special move arts, ultimate arts, awaken arts, or rising rush with characters in the battlefield. 20% to allies health restoration for 3 counts. The opponent gets minus 30% special move, ultimate, and awaken arts power for 3 timer counts. Cancels enemy attribute upgrades. Attribute upgrades is different from buff effects. I feel like they... Hold on a second. Give me 1 second, actually. All right, so I just wanted to look at this because this is the social media post they made yesterday talking about this guy's ZENKAI. Unlock all uniques to nullify enemy buffs. So I thought that was going to mean remove enemy buff effects. Instead of buff effects, it is attribute upgrades, which is a bit misleading. I feel like the person who translated this tweet from Japanese did a bad job, because that is, I don't think they accurately represented what this guy does with this tweet. I think they probably just messed up. Because this is actually a significant difference here. The difference between removing enemy attribute upgrades and buff effects, like, this is not going to be the case where, like, you know, Ultra Vegito Blue rushes this character and you can then switch into a character that has endurance. Like, I think I'm pretty sure this should mean that Vegito Blue will still be able to nullify endurance with his rush. I don't think canceling enemy attribute upgrades will remove those buff effects, because buff effects are considered to be separate effects. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But I think the good thing here is this guy actually does have an unlimited amount of times that he can reduce enemy arts power when they use blue cards, which is pretty nice. Falling effects occur when this character is defeated. Yes, death buffs. Okay. 30% to allies ki recovery. Reduce enemy ki by 50, and then reduce enemies Dragon Balls by 1. That's all right. I think he seems all right. It's probably around the same level that we would come to expect from a lot of 1% ZENKAI characters. He kind of probably is going to be similar to, like, Golden Frieza. Who else did we get recently in terms of... I don't know, he's like on that level. Typical 1% sparking ZENKAI level. Nothing special. All right, let's take a look at the equipment. Archive. All right, so first things first, we have this. This is probably going to be the PvP equip for this season. All right, so we're starting off strong with 10% health in slot 1. Oh, this is a Shenron equip, isn't it? I like the name. Cool, thanks. 4% to strike, pure strike defense, and 3% to pure strike attack for each battle style melee type and defense type. I see what they're doing. They're changing the battle style needed to get the buffs. Because if we take a look at the Shenron equip, which I don't know where the... let's take a look at the Shenron equip, I guess. It should not be that far down from me. Right here. We got a bunch of them. So this one is giving strike attack for melee type and strike defense for defense type. Whereas I think it's the opposite for this. Yeah. Strike defense for melee type and strike attack for defense type. So they just switched around the battle styles needed to get each buff, which is fine. I mean, I think the Shenron equip could be pretty good. And this is obviously not restricted to any tags or any types of units. So any character in the game can use this. It's just going to depend on what your team composition looks like. Yeah, it's fine. Not a huge issue with this. All right. I think we should also have an Awakened equip, just because I think does Rush reset this week? I think so. Let me just double check. Yeah, it does. Okay. I don't remember exactly what this does. Let's check. So this is for Saiyan Saga. Let's see. 15% blast attack, 15% blast defense, 15% strike attack, 15% strike defense, 6% to pure blast per Saiyan Saga battle member. Huh. That's not... I mean, obviously, if you're a blast Saiyan Saga character, this is going to be very good. This could be a good sign of things to come, just in terms of what we might see during the Saiyan Saga celebration. If this is anything indicative of what we might see, though, it sounds like they're probably going to focus on blast characters, which is very good because right now we have so many characters that are just like strike unique gauge, strike cover change, and like destroying strike cards, sealing strike cards. Like strike characters are not a great spot right now. So if they're going to give us multiple characters that are blast focused in the celebration, that could bode pretty well for their position in the meta. So that could be good. This is a very powerful equip. Obviously, you have to be running a full Saiyan Saga team, and I'm not really sure how that's going to pan out. We'll have to wait and see. Right now, the team is unusable. So, as usually is the case with a lot of teams that they start buffing during these episode campaigns. But we'll see, we'll see. Not a bad equip at all. All right, let's take a look at the UI Goku equip. Here we go. Purple UI Goku. Now, I'll just reiterate what I said in my video yesterday. This is the first ever unique equipment for an LF character that we're getting after the character has already been Zenkai awakened. So what I think that could mean is that they might feel less obligated to hold back on this, right? Because the character is not going to get another Zenkai awakening, so they don't need to worry about, you know, oh, if we Zenkai awaken this character that already has a ridiculously strong unique equipment, are they going to be too strong in the future, right? This is basically the last thing they're going to give this character, I imagine, unless they do a second unique equipment later down the line, which I think they probably could and should do for LF characters. But I feel like they don't really need to be too worried about holding back on this, but we'll see. All right. 35% to offenses and then 30% to key recovery. That's a little low. A little low. No defenses. Oh, the defenses are in slot 2. 15% HP and then 30% to defenses. Slot 3 is the real effects of the equip. Okay. Restore zone key by 20 when this character enters the battlefield. That's good. Applies the following effects to self upon landing a special art. So this is upon landing a green card. Landing a green card. Let me actually just double check this. Hold on. Landing a green card, he gets 30 key. Hold on. UI Goku. Just make sure he's Zenkai'd. Just want to make sure I'm remembering how this is. Yeah, so he does not. No, he does. On hit, he's getting 50 key from landing the green card. So he's getting. So now he's going to get 80 key from landing the green card. Cancels attribute downgrades. Randomly draws at most 3 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Activates twice. Times where 4 cards are held are also counted as activations. That's it? So they just built this entire equip around him landing his AoE green card. And then he gets some stats. I don't know. I was thinking that like maybe they won't really hold back on this, but they certainly did. They sure did. I don't know if I would really call this anything special. 35% to offenses, 30% key. There's a lot of key on this equip. 30% to key recovery, 20% key or 20 key when he enters the battlefield, 30 more key when he lands the green card. Huh. I don't know if that's what he needed. I don't think that's what he needed. This character just needed more damage, honestly. He has a pretty good defensive kit with the universal cover change plus the dodge gauge. He already had an AoE green card if the opponent tried to do anything risky. He's a Zenkai character, so he has some decent defenses. Obviously, he can still take a lot of damage because he's not that recent of a unit. He's almost a year old now. I don't know if like giving this character just tons and tons and tons of key recovery is what he really needed. I think he just needed more damage because his damage at this point is not that spectacular anymore. Huh. All right. Well, I mean, we'll have to test him out and see how he works with this, but I would conclude just preemptively here before we test him out that I'm not too enthralled by this. Anyway, that is going to be this week's breakdown. Next week, so on the 17th, is when we should be seeing the first major release of this Saiyan Saga / 100 million users celebration, which probably will be an LF, but we'll see. So let me know down below what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.